What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Derail Valley. Now last time we loaded up a very long train with a bunch of orders and we're going to take a look at those in just a moment, but for now guys, please do grab yourself a drink. Let's hit the rails. Alright then guys, so it's early morning here in Harbour Town. We're about to set off. We've got 6 orders. Going to military base, food factory in town, iron ore mine west, machine factory military base, and machine factory in town for 2 orders. So that's 6 orders going to 5 different locations. So I'm super excited for this one. We're going to start up the locos and then we're going to validate our orders. I want to point out a couple of things. So as mentioned last time, we've got the helicopters at the back with 2 DE6s in front. So basically we're going to maybe peel off one of these DE6s to shunt those where they need to go. Move on to food factory in town for our next bunch of stuff. Wow, this is going to be awesome. So, top inside you might notice, firstly I've removed the remote MU controller, the wireless controller. So what we'll do is we'll start these locos up, get those remotes switched on. And then we'll be ready to hit the rails. So, let's just see if everything is correct here. Well, I'm not going to worry too much about these settings just at the moment. I'm going to have this remote setting in receive and reverse because this train is pointed backwards. So that's why I'm doing that. Now, we'll just get everything fired up first and then we'll check everything over. Make sure all the brakes are right and whatnot. All I'm doing is literally firing them up, putting these all in a receive mode and putting this setting correctly. They're all on channel 1. So they're all going to be on the same receiving end of the signal. And we're going to run 4 DE6s basically here. If we don't fancy running them all, we can always utilise the slug. But while we've got the remotes on, the slug is not going to work because it overrides, as I've mentioned previously, the MU cable. So again, this one is going to be in receive mode, but this one is a reverse D6. So yeah, so even though we've got these blue wires connecting the slug, she's not going to be active until we switch off the remote. Hopefully that makes sense. Right, so let's fire this one up. Alright, so for our front cab, that one's going to be in transmit mode. Forward. Everything should be synced now with no conflict. Okay, what I would say as well, I've moved a few things around in here. So where the speedometer was on here, the digital speedo is now here. So every time I'm glancing up here, I'll also have a digital readout. I've moved the clinometer to here. So if we want to see our incline or decline, we can see that there. What else? I've put the digital clock there just in case we need it. So it's approaching 7. Okay, we need to get a move on. So I'm going to go to the back of the train first. I should have probably started at the front with the releasing the... Anyway, we'll do it from the back. I still need to... Don't let me forget, guys, that I need to validate our orders before we get moving, basically. Alright, so we are heading out, basically, the easterly direction. And I'm hoping that once we've released all these parking brakes, we have no warning marker on the front train in terms of brake issues. Nothing like that should be signalled. I can hear there's no hiss, so that's a good sign. Ah, we've still got a flashing light. Oh yeah, that one needs to be like that. Now, that was like that. That's reset overnight once we've gone to sleep. So, I'm going to switch this into drive. I'm going to put some lights on. Now you'll notice I've got train brake on. We've got about 3 bar of train brake. Everything else is looking good. Now, with this switched like that, I should now have all my locos with a reverser pointing in the same direction. So, this reverser is pointing backwards because this train is backwards in reverse. So it's pointing to go out this way. Perfect. Right, next. Actually, this is correct. This is good because it means we can go to the back of the train, check these, and then validate our orders over at the station office. Right, so this is correct again, pointing in the right direction. Also, brake cut out on all of the locos apart from the front one. Should be off, basically. Just checking again, the remote is all good, which means we're going to have a lot of power here on hand. This should be relatively easy. This one is, again, reverse, correct, everything's sorted. Okay, I think we're good. Right, that one is fine. I just wanted to check it again. Sorry, I couldn't remember if it was pointing in the right direction. Don't drop through the map like that. How many times has that happened now? 3 times. Wow. Wow, it's scary, man, when that happens. You just feel like you're going to lose all your progress. Alright, so let's validate orders. Let's hit the tracks. Wow, if I can just catch my breath for a sec. Right. Okay. Don't want to hear no beeping noises like that either when I've done nothing wrong. Okay, we are fully validated. Let's get going. Right, I'm going to go this way because I don't want to fall through the track. I don't want to fall through the floor again like that. Right, what's going to happen here is I'm going to kick her out of, kick the brake off. We're going to hit the power and everything's going to start moving forward. Lovely. Right, there's the brake coming off. Whoops. That one wants to be on. You see the brake is just coming off. It's going to take time because it's got a full train of brake to go down. Now, I'm hearing power. I'm not hearing any brake noises or any tire, any wheels squealing, tires squealing. I'm hearing power. I'm hearing power. And all the way to the back of the train. I'm not hearing any dodgy squealing of wheels on track. Alright, now I'm going to get back to the lead loco. I'm going to notch her up a little bit. I'm going to have a look at the route map next. So coming out of harbour, we want to head up this way. I've just noticed. Okay. No. We're going to have to pull a trick here. We'll go here, and then we'll reverse up here. This takes you that way, and then up there. Okay, I hadn't accounted for that. Yeah, that's right. So, let's ease off a little bit as we approach this switch. So we're going to go here. We're going to reverse up here, there, go forward. Go past there with the rears going into rear one going in there and then down here. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, let's just ease off a bit here, although we've got a fairly straight bit here. I hope that this switch isn't too distant. We're slowing down quite a bit because we're uphill here. And I don't know how long it's going to take us to get past this. Okay, so the helicopters are now out of the tunnel. I'm glad we've got the use of external camera. Right, let's slow down. Because those helicopters are going past the switch now. Okay, now that everything's on, we'll switch this to receiving. This is going to be in reverse now, but the thing is it's the opposite of whatever's this one's doing. For example, I know it doesn't make any sense, but trust me, this should work. We've tested it. We shouldn't have to switch the direction because whatever you're doing in terms of direction, the opposite will occur with whichever way you have these. So if you've got one facing rear, one facing forward, it's okay. It's just you're going to do the opposite. Right. Why isn't that switching? Ah, because that's on. Ah, we forgot to do that. This is all time now. Ah. So glad we've got that jog option there. Right. Come on. Okay, remember guys, this is all for money for our restoration projects. And what we need here is this switch throwing. Okay, let's go. Okay, all sounds good so far. Nothing's pulling in the opposite direction, so yeah, as long as you've got those front and rear. Yeah, everything sounds good. So as long as you've got those front and rear switches pointing in opposite directions, the train will move in the right direction. Everything will move in the right direction. The problem that I've got here is I've got helicopters in front of me, but it's okay. It's only for a short leg, up to here near Coal Mine East. So we do have a bit of windy track. I can't remember what this is like. I think, did we come down here once? No, we haven't been this way yet. And we don't have a digital speedo at this end either, so that's another. And we've got the most expensive part of the train right in front of us, being 95,000. Which, once you factor in a time bonus, yeah, we need to make sure we're moving nice and swiftly. Alright, it's 80 here. Ah, 50. I was gonna say, don't you dare derail with all those helicopters on the front. Wow. $60. Okay, I can see where we're going. I kind of remember this section, even though last time we were here it was in the dark and we didn't take this track. $90 speed limit. Don't forget as well, in that food factory in town delivery, we've got gasoline, so we do need to be careful. We don't want any exploding trains on this this ride. Thank you very much. Okay, so there's the switch that we want our train past. I really hope that we don't have any issues fitting this in here. In fact, let's just see if we're coming in. So we're coming in from the north. Yeah, let's just point everything down this end, because we know that that's, from the last time we were here, that's a nice long straight piece of track there. And there's the rear of the train. So that needs to be past the switch, which I think is there. So yeah. Okay, we're just about there actually. It's a shame you don't have binoculars or something, although I guess that's... I think that's it, you know. Hey, the brakes aren't working from there. Yep, good. Right, so, again, switching this to receive. This we're going to cut out. We're going to dash up here. This we are switching to transmit. This we're going to now set as our operating, basically, brake. Get some power on as we release the brake. And again, I'm going to check just to make sure everything's operating as it should be by dashing down here. Now, you wouldn't be able to do this on expert mode because obviously you wouldn't have the dash. It's not the same. It'd take you forever to get down there. So I don't know what we'll do at that stage when we play expert after we've eventually completed it on standard mode. I guess we'll have to figure that out. That's weird. So for coal mine east, red is, yeah, red's north. Of course it is. So why is that the opposite? So we are coming in this way. Into there. And we're going to have a D6 at the end here, which we're going to leave behind temporarily. Unless we can get it back down one of these sidings pretty easy. It might just take extra time. It might just be... I don't think we need it to complete this mission, so we can leave it behind. It'll have fees outstanding. It won't despawn. We can go and collect it later. The same way that we have done with other DE6s in the past. DE6s, it's beautiful to be able to see the whole train on a stretcher track. That's really nice. We didn't actually count how many cars this is, but it is 5 locations. I mean, we've got 4. How many is that? That's 6 and 4, so 10, 14. That's 12, 13, so 14 add 13, 27. Add another 4, 31. Add 6, 37. Add 5. So yeah, 42. Same speed that we were actually going when I said it. Wow, that is a lovely coincidence. Alright, happy days. So we've got a 40 limit here. We're only going 30, so glad to have that digital speedo back. That's definitely going to help us. While we are definitely on our way. So there's iron ore mine east. Let's get a bit of power on. Okay, we've got a fairly hard left coming up. Don't want to kill all of our power off. There's a D6 there. Lost sight of the back of the train there because I've pressed something. Wow, that's whoa, what is going on? Right, let's forget all that. 40k speed limit here. Nice windy bit of track there. Okay, pretty heavy left. This 40k, but it's not as bad. Obviously, if it's not down to 30 or 20, at least it's not a killer. Not at this speed, anyway. Ah, there's the switch. Okay, this is going to be fun. I'm up for this. Wow, this is going to be cool. Okay. We can see where those rear D6s are. What speed are we doing? Wow. Okay, let's start bringing it to a stop because we are getting... Yeah, we are getting very close to where we need to be. Those helicopters are light though, so it's not really a concern in terms of reversing them up. It's very difficult to see. I want to stop them perfectly, but can't quite tell. What we're going to do is go back here. We're going to assess the situation. Let's have a look. So, I'm going to use 1d6 here. I don't think it'll be any trouble with this small set. We're going to detach her. I'm going to hop in. We're going to switch this off. We're going to throw that way. Use this now. Seeing any roll there? No, because we've got brakes on. Release the brake. Come on. There we go. There we go. So we've seen the split. Honestly, the way this game makes you feel, it makes you feel like you've just figured out an amazing piece of work. And I know it's kind of like, oh, you know, I'm sure lots of people have done this before, but it makes you feel like you're the very first person to figure it out, or, you know, this is your world and it's your, you know, action which has kind of made it possible to accomplish the mission that you've got. And here, Mr. Military, is your helicopters on the way. And there's the rest of our train. So yeah, so as detailed, we're looking for B4I. Switches are already set. We've checked them and double checked them. And if we want to make sure that we're on top of our game, top of our times, we just leave this D6 here. We don't even need to pull it out. We don't need it. So we can come back for it. And if it despawns, if we pay off the fees remotely and it despawns, this will just end up back in the tool shed. The only thing I can't see is how fast we're going here. Okay, we are going 40. I mean, nice to have a little speedo over here, to be fair, but we've got a 70k speed going into here, followed by a 60 going into this yard, so yeah, we're straight down the middle here. Where's the signage? So here's the sign, B4I. which eventually I think... I've never been in here, like, wow, this is cool. This is a loading bay, I think it is. Yeah, 1A, 1A. What about this one? A2S. So yeah, good to see. Interesting. There's a door there. Can't see through it. Right. Right, we don't have time for shenanigans anyway. Let's keep it moving. Oh, we're not keeping it moving. We've stopped. Right, I think we might have a free lane, but I'm not going to faff around with this DE6. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to shut it all down, stop it using fuel, put the parking brake on, and just literally just leave it. As soon as we pass this, disconnect everything, get all the parking brakes on, and away we go. Get paid. Yeah, I can't see where the sign is. There it is. Can't tell if we're in. Surely we are. I mean, there's what? 4 cars? I'm calling that in. I don't think we need to disconnect it. We'll try not. We'll just put it. I know we've got to have a parking brake on. And the office is here. So let's see what happens. Alright, 142,000, nearly 143,000. 609 in the wallet at the moment. Right, we're dashing over here. That is wonderful. We've still got a DE6 on the back that's connected up. Should be good as gold, just like that. And we're ready to get on with the rest of our journey now. Alright then guys, due to time restraints, we're going to have to split this into 2 parts. So I'll catch you again tomorrow for part 2. Please do take care.